Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to have a look at Harmony 1. I've put in a thumbnail that I expect it to rally back to all-time highs, and I really do. I just think the fundamentals for this project and the adoption rate currently for this project is just immense, and for that reason I do expect it to rally back up to all-time highs. Now, I'm not talking in the ultra short term. It might take some time, obviously, depending on the market and some of the landscape outside of the crypto market, that's impacting the stock market and stuff like that. The tapering, the interest rate talks, and so forth. These things are going to have an impact. So I'm not talking in the really short term. I see this dip as an opportunity. Do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. I'm going to go through some of the things that I see in the space, particularly for Harmony, that I think are really bullish signs. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to join us in Discord. Link is in the description of the video. It's free to join. We do talk about our upcoming NFT project. So if you want to be sort of getting involved in our project and that side of things, do jump in there and start to read up on some of the really exciting stuff that we're going to be looking to do over the coming weeks and months. And don't forget you can join us on Patreon. We have a membership now. It'd be fantastic to have you there. You would know every move that I make in crypto. If you've been there, you'd know I've been buying up Harmony on these dips left, right and center. So anyway, let's get down to the desktop and let's have a look at everything Harmony. Okay, so Harmony gone on a bit of a tear today, although it retraced heavily. So up 8% for the day at just over 20 cent. For me, I'm expecting it to double this quite easily over the coming weeks and months. It's just such a fundamentally strong project at the moment, with the bridging and all this wonderful stuff that we talk about an awful lot on the channel, right? If we have a look at advice.io and the artificial intelligence and machine learning to see what that's saying about Harmony at the moment, so currently ranked B3. Currently that would be poor as overall, but when you consider Bitcoin is C3 with severe issues, when you compare it to others in the space, I think that paints a different picture. Harmony for me, before this really big pullback in the market, was holding up really well against Bitcoin. Similar story to what we saw for Solana before Solana went on an absolute tear. So I'm expecting big things from Harmony. I've been talking about it since less than half a cent. I mean, we've had real faith in Harmony, and not being funny, it was up at what, 38 cent, I believe, not so long ago. And for me, it's fundamentally stronger now than when that happened. So for that reason, I'm really bullish on this project, and I have been buying in the dips. So 7-day change is minus 36.22, is kind of in line with the rest of the market. I am expecting a reversal on these over time. This is a very short sort of pocket of information or a view of the market as is currently. So fear and greed index is at B3, so that is pulling it down. Your Sharpe ratio is at D, so that's really having a negative impact. Firm profitability is still A1, and this is something common that we see on this channel with the projects that we talk about an awful lot. They have, the majority, if not all of them, have been very profitable, and A1 sort of outlines that for you there. Had ratio A2, so again, pretty positive. Your moving average is a D, and that is also pulling it down. At the moment, I do see Harmony as a really big opportunity. When I look at all the projects and where they're at currently, price wise, against the fundamentals, and looking at projects that are undervalued, there's a few that sit in that camp that are massively undervalued. Harmony for me is one of them. VeChain would be another, and Cardano is another prime example of projects that I feel are massively undervalued at the moment. But you know, the one that I've been picking to make purchases of is Harmony. If you're a Patreon all access member, you know, you get to see every single time I buy and how much I'm paying for the asset. So you can keep, you know, right up to date with my buys, my sells, and my staking movements for all the different projects that I invest in. Okay, moving on. We got Harmony News site launches in January 2022 with crypto investment analyst. So I'm not going to sort of read through the article, but you know, I think it's really interesting that we're going to have you know, like a news channel set up or service online. I think this is a real positive. You know, we've talked about some of the fundamental things that we would like to see improve for Harmony, and you know, one of those things that the community sort of shouts out an awful lot is the marketing aspect. And I think having your own news outlet, although you might not own it, like as in Harmony don't necessarily own it, but you know, it's come from the Harmony community, or you know, Harmony is somehow in, you know, connection with the news outlet, can only be a positive to get, you know, good information out into the community and into the public domain. So for me, this is really bullish news, something that I really like to see, obviously published yesterday. So yeah, do dig in. I'll link it in the description of the video. The other thing to mention is obviously you've got an awful lot of funding from Harmony at the moment, and that is, you know, bringing in lots of adoption, lots of projects, lots of devs sort of getting involved and moving over. You know, I've seen NFT projects that, you know, were on Cardano now also partnering up and being on the Harmony website, the Harmony ecosystem. So for me, it's fantastic to see, you know, this happening. I think the fact that they're bridging to all these different ecosystems is a massive positive too. But you know, 123Swap, obviously another one that's, you know, managed to get some funding and is looking to move forward. Again, I'll link this in the description of the video. But again, for me, it's fantastic to see. The other thing that I wanted to sort of bring to the attention that we're seeing so much more now for Harmony is like face-to-face meetups and you know, stuff like that for different events. So you know, you've got Metaverse conference, the Summit Paris meetup. So you know, Harmony are also getting into Metaverse as well. So you know, there is so much going on and so much positive stuff from a fundamental viewpoint happening for Harmony. You know, and the community involvement is something that I really want to point out as well. So you know, the community has some fantastic opportunities to get involved. You know, you've got the Harmony community DAO. Give them a follow on Twitter, right, and join some of the calls and sort of keep yourself up to date with everything that's happening sort of within the Harmony community. I think the Harmony community DAO would be a fantastic follow on Twitter. And then you've got the Harmony Creative DAO again as well. I'm a governor on this one, you know, and for me, you know, we're looking to obviously get more content out there about Harmony and loads of really exciting things to come. So do give us a follow on the Harmony Creative DAO as well. Fantastic to have you following, and you know, let us know what your thoughts and opinions are, and you know, sort of, you know, try to guide some of the guys that are running on these DAOs to support, you know, with getting the word out about how brilliant Harmony is. Moving on, I wanted to sort of talk about, you know, the Harmony ecosystem and the total value locked. You know, it's now at you know, over $1 billion total TVL. So I think this is huge, and for me, it's very much the beginning. But if we compare that to say Cardano, for example, Cardano's is much smaller. Obviously, 96.72% of that dominance is from Sunday Swap, whereas on Harmony Kingdom, DeFi Kingdoms has a dominance of 59.81. I think that shows you how early we are in the space and for these ecosystems. But you know, if you compare that to say Phantom, for example, you know, you've got 11 billion total value locked. You know, this is the sort of numbers that I kind of anticipate for Harmony in the future, and we shouldn't be you surprised when we start to see these numbers, right? And multi-chain dominance is at 54.92. That's kind of what I'm expecting to see for Cardano and Harmony in the long term. But ultimately, I'm really positive about the stuff that I'm seeing in the space around Harmony. And for these reasons, I like to sometimes take a step away, not listen to the noise of the charts and Twitter noise and all these sorts of things, and really sort of focus in on what's actually happening with the project. Now, this stuff doesn't necessarily move price right now, but it will do. As the market matures, which we're starting to go through that phase of the market maturing and becoming very different in the space, I expect some more growth, in the way the projects are adopted at institutional level and retail level investments. So do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. Really interested to get your views and opinions. If you liked the content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.